Match number 38 here at the football club. It's the third and fourth playoff between the Philippines and Sri Lanka. Great seeing Philippines in the top four. And what a group of performers chipping away. Guys like Joe Dawson, Boheni, the Rudder brothers, the Birdman with probably the try of the tournament earlier on, Chris Bird. If you didn't see that one, that'll be going viral.
On a wing and a prayer.
Meanwhile, the Sri Lankans, mixed bag for them, really.
Well, not really.
Yeah, really. Matt Rodden from Hong Kong is our referee. Looking for the valuable points to take out of this first leg. And if you're just tuning in for the first time, Philippines had a great day yesterday. 2 wins, probably their best day at this top tier of sevens rugby. Beating Malaysia and Korea, and really that's done a big shot, a big boost for their confidence. And a big shout out to all their fans who have, north of Philippines, been hit by a typhoon today. And also welcome to all our fans from Sri Lanka. See you in 4 weeks.
Look forward to our trip down there. Plenty of people that we'd love to meet down there. Make sure you're all at the rugby.
That's right. There'll be giveaways, prizes, bouncy castles, face painting. Sri Lanka with the first chance here. Here is Naveen. Gets on the outside easily of Jerome Rudder. Good gas from him. Opens the scoring for Sri Lanka. And with the Koreans and the Chinese men teams sending new sort of squads, opens an opportunity for teams like the Philippines and Sri Lanka. Clearly the two best teams in this weekend have been Hong Kong and Japan. It's going to be hard to crack the cup final with those two teams playing such good rugby. But big chances to get in this third and fourth playoff match. Wouldn't be surprised we see Philippines in this match again. Who knows which team will turn up in Korea from the Koreans, maybe. Conversion is good, 7-0 after a couple of minutes. Here they go again. Philippines not defusing the restart. They win themselves a penalty. It's going their way. Here's Reza. Reza takes it back again. It's a 3-on-1. Can they make it work? Oh, yeah, skipping out of the tackle, Saddam. And he brings it round. Good balance to stay in field there. Looked like the pass had gone a bit too early. Good finish. Very rapid start by Sri Lanka here.
Well, the Philippines making the error of showing Sri Lanka the outside line. Good passing though, look at that, very accurate. And in the end, well, probably not copybook effort in terms of the defence.
Roberts just going in a bit high there. If he'd thrown himself horizontal style, put him in the first row. Conversion was good, so out to an early 14-0 lead, Sri Lanka. Time for them also to start building some form in the series. Few players missing from the Tuskers. Not really sure if they're injured or just not selected. Or they're waiting with an ambush in Colombo in 4 weeks' time. Volcanoes now scoot round the blind. That's nicely done by Dawson. Inside to the big man, Don Coleman. There's no one in front of him. And that's pretty cheeky from the scrum there. Coleman dots down right next to the right-hand upright. 75 metres they've gone there. poorly defended on the blind side by Sri Lanka.
Well, this off the back of the set piece. And
Philippines fly back, 7 points, chasing Sri Lanka, 14.
good carry by Coleman. He's been one of the stronger performers for the Philippines. He's also probably been one of the most consistent performers in the tournament. I probably would put him in the tournament squad.
So they get one back. A couple of minutes remaining in this first half. A bit too high there. Blake, I think, was for the Volcanoes, just coming down on the man. Punch it down to the 22. There's Tim Boyeni there. He's not in the show here. Wide ball by Sudam, running straight and hard as Srinath Surya Bandara. Danush tries to get through a gap where there isn't one, but he finds one and he pops it up to Danuk, and that's exactly what you need to do. Just punch through, get the hands free. And that's where most of the line breaks come from in Sevens. 4th try of the tournament. Good outing for him.
Yeah, nicely constructed by Sri Lanka. One of the things they do very well is they keep that width. I know they've got the pace. When they string those passes together, they are deadly.
21-7 in the final moments. Philippines look to
Great pick up.
snag one back here right at the death of this first half as big Donald Coleman takes it up, and here they go. Can they put into the space? Rudder decides to come back and field, gets cleaned up. Dawson to Blake. Here's Rudder. He looks to take on 2 players and get the arms free. Can't do so. Oh, hang on. An injury. Time is off. And we've done so well with the injuries in this tournament. They're coming now in the final games. Players have expended everything.
Concern around the neck or the head. Let's take a look at this.
Yep.
Well, he's taking a pretty big shot.
Fell awkwardly.
Donald Coleman there, center of the shot. Philippine Volcanoes.
Medical team haven't been put under a lot of pressure this weekend. Suddenly they're in the fray. They're probably fatigued as well.
Well, looks like a cut.
There's some of the Filipino supporters there, made their way down. Hold that flag up, ladies, proudly. Here's the last try.
Just a good example of attacking line, keeping its width. Filipino defence really not working hard enough from the inside out there to put pressure on the pass. Thumbs up all round.
That's a massive camera. It's a bazooka. Time is up. This first half. Dawson with the feed. The back line is incredibly deep and wide. Here they come now. Rudder. Roberts stays wide looking for the pass, but Rudder takes the contact. They shoot back the other way. Buheni sizes the situation up, decides to put his head down, take on the defensive line. Dawson now gets it up to Young. They really need one here at the death, don't they, to stay in it. Rudder there with the drop ball and kicks it away in frustration. Rodden calls half time. So 21 points to 7, 4 tries, 4 good tries, all converted. And Hong Philippines with a lot of work to do in the second half to make something of this. Frano Bodaka will be down there.
Well, it's reminiscent of last year in the tournament. The Philippines got to the final game of the day. And they, I think, bravely went down, I think was the result, but they worked hard, so hard all weekend. And it could be lights out.
There is Frano, and those young players must be almost surreal being in the company and being mentored, tutored by one of the greats of rugby union and rugby league. You'd be all ears. And opposite side, Peter Wood, Bodaka's former North Harbour teammate. There he is with the blue cap on at the back there, barking out some instructions. Good mates, sure they'll have some notes to swap later on. Bragging rights up for grabs right here. Philippines, the surprise package. Two games left today. Women's Cup final, Men's Cup final. And that'll be our 40 games.
Lanka currently in the lead, 21. Philippines chasing, they're on 7.
Dawson with the ball. Rodden gets us underway. Gets under that one and chasing hard is Roberts. He goes up alone though. So they've done well though. Tackled and not releasing there. Here goes Coleman.
Here's a chance.
Here's a chance. And it's Dawson for the corner. Looks like he swoops in for the try. Rodden says timeout. He wants to have another look. Speak to the ARs. He calls for the big 42-inch. ARs can't agree on it. And if they have managed to stop him here, ball in the wrong hand. Oh. Who's that coming across? Sudam. Okay, punters at home, make the call. Try, no try. You're too late.
Call's been
Try.
made.
Dawson goes in at the corner. I think neither of those camera shots were conclusive enough, so the call must have been... Is there any reason you can't award the try?
Well, good to see a little bit of doubt going the way of the attacking team.
Dawson just pulls that one, so it's Sri Lanka 21, Philippines 12. Long way to go in the second half. Yeah, very close, wasn't it? Close enough. Dawson chips it again. Bohini's under that one. Good aerial challenge from the two sides. Sri Lanka now, their first touch of the ball in the second half. Breaking downfield. That's Reza.
Reload, Reza.
Danush takes the line on. He beats Rudder. Beats him on the inside shoulder. Jerome Rudder just couldn't hold him. Danush goes in straight away. What a way to reply.
Classy bit of footwork out wide. The Tuskers. The Philippines take a step towards them. They jump away again. Here we go, look at this. Just brings him across, bang. And right up, he slams the ground. He's not only missed the tackle, but he's let his teammates down and he's disappointed.
Bohini loses that one forward in contact, so not the exit they were looking for. Another chance for Sri Lanka. 4 minutes remaining. 4.5. Kevin Joseph there to short but stocky, powerful scrum half. Philippines go and they get the tight head, but didn't quite make it into the tunnel. See what the Philippines are trying to do there. See an opportunity. Looks like some subs. Or maybe not.
And let's hear it for supporting Sri Lanka. And let's hear it for supporting the Philippines.
Here we go, flies out the back. Sri Lanka, they take it back to the halfway mark. Waiting for his teammates to get behind him. Shrinath Surya Bandara couldn't quite wait long enough, so he chucks a forward pass. A bit of a lull in the game here. On comes Budima in 11. .28 points to 12. About 3 minutes or so remaining. You heard it. Here goes Dawson. They're 3 scores away from Sri Lanka. It's scruffy on the floor, but it bounces back into the hands, and goodness me, I thought the one earlier than that was more likely contender for knock-on than the eventual one. There's just no sympathy from the referees and sevens. It's like the NRL used to be. If you dropped it back, went back 5 meters, they'd still call it a knock-on. So we seem to be just stuck in this part of the field. A few scrums. Crowd's gone quiet.
All bodes well for Sri Lanka.
Look at this, the fresh legs come on, and instantly, look, he's Phillipines. Padima bounces out of one. Can Roberts get him? I doubt it. Yeah, what a super substitution that is. Phillipines like a coiled cobra. Third try of the tournament for Padima.
Well, that was electrifying, wasn't it?
That's what you want from your subs. Well and truly out of sight now. No troubles with the kick. They stretch it right out to 35. Look at him go here.
Philippines 12.
Oh, big connection with Broheni. Just bounces out of it.
It was remarkable, wasn't he? Straight back on the gas too. It's like he
Good man.
barely lost a yard of pace, and here they come again.
Starting to put the screws on, showing them who really is top dog here in this third and fourth playoff. And that is super quick. Second try to Srinath Surya Bandara in the corner. They bring up 40. It looks rather lopsided now when you look at the scoreboard.
Well, the learning curve for the Philippines continues. You just cannot take your eyes off any of the Sri Lankan attackers.
Look at that. Just to the right. Clean hit.
Good purchase.
And no good on that conversion. Sri Lanka now 40, Philippines 12. This will be the last
So 40 points to 12. Hooter is gone. This is what Peter Wood would want. He wants his players to remember this final performance out of the whole weekend as something they can build on for the Korean leg in 2 weeks' time. Plenty of positives. And he'll get the bragging rights over Frano Bodika this week. They want more, Sri Lanka. No, they're just going to kick it out. No, they're not. Change of heart. That is so cruel.
Oh, no.
Oh no. And it's really gone from bad to worse.
And there's the last yellow card for the Philippines.
Well, that's one way to get yourself off the park at full time.
He's hard done by there. He ducked into it, but rules are rules. Really nothing he could have done about that. And they'll probably just press for another 5 or 7 points. Ah, they've got a hand in there. Philippines, do they have what it takes to stick it to Sri Lanka with 6 players? Oh, around the back from Dawson. All the tricks coming out now. Why not? Here we go. Good connection from Young. Away comes Bird. Eventually knocks it on, but they win a penalty. This one going well over time. Bird takes it quickly and gives it up to Roberts. Can they get on the outside here? It's man Ryan Howe who scored a couple of spectacular long-range tries, but he can't get her on the outside this time. And the curtain comes down on this third and fourth playoff. There's excitement amongst the Sri Lankans. They've built something here at the end to keep their fans happy and to keep them in the hunt. something to build on. They've beaten Philippines 40 points to 12 here at the football club. And the third from last game